So we're at the 2016 RV show in Albuquerque, and it's actually put on by La Mesa RV, and they've got several locations that bring in their RVs here. So even though it's one company, there's a lot of RVs here. We still know our must-haves and nice-to-haves as far as we're trying to get under 35 feet. And you know, you can look at some of our other videos and get a feel for that too. But
you just kind of have to make that list and decide what's the most important to you, because I mean there are going to be things you're going to have to give up. I mean, it's just hard to get everything you want, unless size isn't an issue, then you can probably go all out.
All right, we're starting off. This is a Navion 24J. We've tried to leave these short Class C's or the B plus RVs alone, but I don't know, we keep getting drawn back into them. I don't know why. So the inside of this 2017 Winnebago Navion 24J, I mean, it's nice. It just feels modern. It's got just this one big slide here with a U dinette. It's so small, but it's like you could fit more people in here if you wanted to or something. It's under 26 feet, so it's not like massive as far as the room, but they did really good as far as the layout.
This is something that we absolutely love, is having this space above the cab.
I mean, of course, this is going to make a bed too, so you've still got this for extra sleeping area if you needed it as well. The downside with the Class C layout is, of course, we lose the giant windshield that we love in our Class A. Of course, the bed's in the back, which is nice, so even though it's short, you've got the two separate sleeping areas on opposite sides of the RV. I think this is part of what we're falling in love with, is just the decor. It's got some of the Euro curve style going on to it. And this just isn't a standard rectangle, you know, area for your kitchen area. So you got two TVs, one in the back, and then one up here for when you travel. Yeah. The bathroom, not as big as our shower. Closet space, I mean, we'd be downgrading everything as far as like clothes and storage and closet space and bathroom space. I mean, that's what you're doing for the small size. This is your closet space, primary closet space right here. And then the cool thing about these is they actually do have a little bit of storage underneath. I'm not gonna say a lot or anything compared to our Class A, but there is some storage underneath the RV as well.
But we have lots of open space under ours.
We probably only need about 25% of our storage space underneath, to be totally honest. We're using maybe 50 to 70% of it, but it's like stuff that we just haven't done anything with, taking it to Goodwill yet, or stuff we don't need. I mean, we know that. It's just because the space is there, we fill it. I think that's what people do a lot. They fill the space they have. The chairs turn around, so that gives you some extra seating as well.
There's the keys.
Yeah, there's the keys right there.
Let's go.
I think one thing that's kind of made us a little more comfortable with this is that we've talked to some people that have combined their black and gray tanks. Combining the black and gray tank on this would actually give us more tank space on our gray than what we have, and then using a composting toilet in the bathroom. So we've talked to
some solar and we'd be set.
Yeah, we've talked to some people that do that, and they've been happy with it. You can tow about 4,000 pounds with this, so we could still tow our Subaru, but probably a 4-door heavy Jeep or something like that would be out. So I know we're not necessarily looking at the Thor Outlaw, but I know we had a lot of people that want to see it, so we're going to check out the Thor Outlaw. And the price, that's crazy, it's under 100 grand.
How big is this? It's
38 feet, I think.
It's huge. Like, there's so many rooms I don't even know. Have you seen this?
No, I've seen one before online. I don't know if I've walked through one or not.
Look at this. Does this not look massive?
Oh my gosh.
We've got like theater seating going on.
Wow.
We do love the party decks.
Yes.
I think it's funny when we go from something really small and we're like, yeah, we can do that, and then we walk in here and we're like, wow, let's do this.
Forget that, let's do this. This is kind of a downside, something we talked about. This would have to be our bed probably. This is the loft bed up above the toy hauler area. But it's a good sized bed. Another option I think we've seen too is I've actually seen where somebody had a bed in this area.
I kind of worry about the shower being in the middle of everything, because we love having people over and it's just a little uncomfortable sometimes.
If somebody talks about a split bath layout, that's what that is. You get your toilet on one side and then your shower's gonna be on the other. So a few things that stand out to us. It's about 39 feet and it still doesn't have a washer dryer. Now you could probably squeeze a washer dryer in the back and do washer dryer hookups, but to us, at 39 feet. I mean, it'd be nice to have that already. Marissa said it felt pretty dark in here, and that's a big deal. It doesn't have the open, airy feeling of the Winnebago we just got out of, or even our Class A, seems like.
I love that we could have a toy hauler and a motorhome. We love both of those things, but they don't line up very often, so.
As far as toy hauler motorhomes, pretty much the two big ones that are still being made on a regular basis are the Thor Outlaw, and then you've got your Newmar Canyon Star. This is the Winnebago Tour. This is just the outside, the storage, refrigerator, storage, more storage, insane amount of storage. And you're looking at about 300 grand for this one. Cargo capacity, 8,600 pounds.
Oh. Take it.
Yeah, I bet we will. You know what the cargo on this thing is?
I heard you say.
8,600 pounds. I don't know.
You wouldn't have to get rid of anything.
No, you can. That's an insane amount of weight. Like ours has over 4,000 pounds. We can't meet that on ours, honestly.
This is definitely a house on wheels. Like if you wanted to feel like you were going from a house to an RV and it wouldn't be much of a difference, this would be it. I'm guessing this is not under 35 feet.
No. No. So I'm kind of surprised. This is just 42 feet, so it feels like 45-ish to me. But this is the half bath. You know what that is?
Dishwasher.
That is a dishwasher. I don't know why more RVs aren't going to 2 of these. I don't know we've ever used all 3 of our burners. Because if you go to 2 burners instead of 3, you can go with a rectangle layout, and it saves so much space. Anytime you see something metal in there like that, this is going to be a convection. So this is a convection microwave.
Which we love.
Yes. And there's not a stove in here, but I'm betting you could talk to that microwave and it would do whatever you wanted. So it doesn't really matter. Look at all this space to like change and dance and work out or whatever.
I would love this much closet space. Ooh. If you want a large size, then you get everything that meets your needs. But then you have a large rig that you have to move around all the time and find spots for. Ooh.
That is so much counter space.
It is.
This is a Fleetwood Pacero 35E, and this one's priced at $151. That's not bad. It's really not. So mid-entry, and this is what you get when you get the mid-entry. If you're a family, you get this overhead bunk we've talked about that we really love. If you want something that's diesel, you have a really hard time finding something that's diesel that gives you the oomph you want and that can pull something you want and yet still has that overhead bunk. Because that's, for a family, that's a big deal. It can tow 10,000 pounds. The cargo on it's 4,800. So, I mean, you're getting, pretty good amount of weight you can put in here and a pretty good amount of weight you can tow.
You've got tons of seating area. Everything this faces the TV.
And when this slides in while you're traveling, you can still see the TV. I know with ours, we lose the TV when the slide comes in.
It's got a really good size fridge in this one too. So you could sleep a lot of people and you could feed a lot of people. So for a family, this is great.
I mean, of course, once you get to this level, it should do this. You've got your flush countertop instead of something sticking out. And then here's your bunk area in the middle. Mm-hmm. And this is something we're big on. You've got doors on each side separating that bunk area. So that's huge to us. You can close this and then close the one in the back too, to totally separate the bunk area. Anytime you see a vented door like this, that's going to be your washer / dryer, even though it's not actually in there. What looks like a queen bed, I guess, in the back, but that's nice. Bathroom. Shower does have a stool. So nice. I mean, it's a 38E. I haven't looked it up. It's probably in the 40-foot range, so definitely not, what we're looking for lengthwise, but we wanted to show this because if you're a family looking for something with some oomph with diesel and you're wanting to stay in that 40-foot range, something like this would be pretty nice. This is a Gateway 3800 RLB. It's priced at around $52,000, and it's a fifth wheel.
This is an awesome layout. If you have kids or even like an office space, or you have to check this back room out.
We're always looking for stuff that's a little bit different, that stands out a little bit more than your standard bunk area and things like that.
This is probably the biggest bunk room I've ever seen. Look at this play area.
One bonus is you've actually got a loft up above the bunk area. And the second bonus, you've actually got a half bath with the rear entry in the back.
Yeah, this is like its own apartment.
It's nice. You got your residential fridge.
Tons of headroom.
Tons of headroom.
It's very homey in here.
Master bedroom. King bed.
Yeah.
Washer dryer, that's where it would go anyways. Bathroom. It's got the tub, because they are thinking of families with this for sure. Yeah, that's something that's crazy too. Like how many RVs we see that are obviously family layouts and then they don't do the tub. They do just a regular shower.
Really good option.
I didn't see the exact length on it, but I mean, this is 40 plus feet. So, I mean, if we're wanting to go smaller, it's not going to work for us. And people have asked us, when do we go fifth wheel? When do we go motorhome? When do we, you know, I think a lot of that has to do with how often you're moving around. If you're moving around a lot, like we're moving around every week or less a lot of the year. And so having something this size with this many slide outs, having to, you know, hook the truck up and everything. I mean, I do a lot of that myself. So backing up the fifth wheel and hooking it up, setting it up, it's way easier in the motorhome for me to do that kind of stuff. So Marissa's being drawn to these Winnebago Navions. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah,
this is the 24G. It had a U dinette in the other one, right?
Yeah, it had the more white.
Then on this one, it's actually the same length as the 24J, but it's got the slide out in the back that goes back. And that gives you the bigger bed and keeps it at the same length, and you can have this bedroom in the back.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
I really like this one.
This, see, this separates it front from the back.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, check that out. So the sink swivels out of the way wherever you need it, so that you can get in the shower. Look at that mirror, babe. Oh my goodness.
It's huge.
That is huge. You see your scallop? Did the other one have that?
I don't know, but I love it. The more light, the better. I'm a sucker for it. Oh, I love it.
And this is the Winnebago Navion 24V. So we've looked at 3 Winnebago Navions.
I see a pattern. You can have twin beds or a really large. Is that? It looks even bigger than a king. Is it a king?
I don't know. It's pretty big.
And look at all this storage up here.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, they've wrapped. It's all around the top with the storage. This one does not have the dinette, so you're gonna have. They've got optional tables you can set up to put there if you want to, and another optional table over here as well. Bathroom. I mean, really, you don't need a sink bigger than that, you know? It's funny how you see things and you're like, well, that's really weird. And then you're like, wait a minute, why do I have a sink that big to start with? So I don't know that we've ever needed our entire bathroom sink to be that big. You've been drawn to these Winnebago Navions.
Well, I love the decor. It just makes me feel at home. And I feel like I could give up space to have a really modern, clean, airy, happy feel, you know? So I think that's how they get away with it. I really like it. I think we saw some really great stuff today. And we love coming to these things because you can just see so much in a small area, and we got some really great ideas, and just getting in them and finding out what you like and why you like what you like and why you don't like what you don't like is really kind of a big part of how we come to our decisions a lot of times.
Yeah. You got your logical list, but then sometimes there's just kind of a heart kind of thing too, where you just kind of tugged a certain direction. I think we were tugged toward the Navions today, the 25-foot Winnebagos, but they didn't have as many of the Class A's in the range of what we've been looking at before, kind of in that 35-foot range we've seen in the past too. So I think if we went back and forth between the Navion and the 35-foot Class A, it might help clarify some things maybe. I think we might have been shocked at how small the Navion is if we went back and forth between the Class A. So this wraps up the Albuquerque RV show. We'll catch you guys later.